And Catherine Knight from Guiseley. Their lives changed when they had their third child, Wesley. Wesley suffered brain injuries at birth, and it's left him with cerebral palsy, which affects his motor control. So that means he's got problems sitting, and he can't crawl, and he's unlikely to be able to walk. But there is hope for Wesley, because it means an operation in the USA, followed by up to 3 years of intensive physiotherapy, could help, none of which, though, you'll guess, comes cheap. So Tim and Catherine, helped by family and friends, set about raising money for Wesley to go to America for the operation, which could help him to take his first steps and to walk, and they're with us now. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Wes.
Thank you.
Would you go back to the very beginning, if you can, and when you were first aware that Wesley had suffered brain injuries?
Sure. So Wes started to make his way into the world at just 30 weeks. So he was obviously very, very premature. We actually booked him up at Harrogate. Harrogate unfortunately can't take babies that prematurely, so we got rushed in an emergency ambulance straight down to Jimmy's, where I think he was delivered within about an hour of arriving at Jimmy's hospital, which was absolutely fantastic. And the staff at Jimmy's were fantastic. He was very, very small. He was in intensive care and then special care for about 4 or 5 weeks. And everything was going well, except at the last minute they conducted what was, to all intents and purposes, a routine scan of his brain. And they picked up that a small part of the brain had died off. It had been damaged in birth. So that means Wes essentially suffers from cerebral palsy. It's obviously been very tough coming to terms with that.
And so what had caused that then? What had caused that part of the brain to die off during birth?
There's a number of things that they attribute to the causes of cerebral palsy. He was in a septic environment, so there was an infection somewhere within the room. Also, when he did come into the world, he let out the biggest scream you can possibly imagine, but because he was so little, it just took it all, you know, and so he was quickly ventilated straight after that, and somewhere in between a mixture of a septic environment and shortness, lack of oxygen, causes the brain cells to die. So it's, you know, it's one of the things they look out for with the premature birth. You know, it happens to premature babies occasionally. So hence why they conducted the routine brain scan.
There's no indication during pregnancy that this could happen. And Wesley was your third child. Was there any problem with child number 2?
None at all.
I don't have their names, I'm sorry. What are their names?
Isabel and Amelie. And Amelie.
Like the film?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Actually, I was the film.
Wonderful.
Plain sailing, as much as pregnancy can be plain sailing. So yeah. Both very healthy.
So how has your family, Tim, adjusted to the fact that Wesley has cerebral palsy?
To be honest, Wes, for the first year, we wouldn't know any different. You know, he's been a bright, chatty baby. He rolls around on the floor. You know, he gets on well with his sisters. But as he started getting that bit older, you started to see the differences between, you know, Wes and a normal kind of 14-month-old, a normal 18-month-old. So he kind of struggles to sit up. It's really difficult for him to do that. He can't walk. He can't stand. And as a result of which, he struggles to play with his sisters in a way he really wants to. What we've taken a huge amount of hope from, though, are the experiences of other families who've been on the same journey. They've had children in this situation, and through their own research and through their own efforts, they've found ways to work around it. So we're over 200 families in the UK that have been on this journey from having a child with cerebral palsy who can't walk and has difficulties to essentially finding medical care which will turn things around for them and essentially transform their lives.
Were there times, though, Catherine, when you thought, some dark thoughts, dark places?
Absolutely was. Just stuck my head in the sand for, I'd probably say, 6 to 8 months. So just trying to, because all intents and purposes, like Tim said, you couldn't tell any different, but because you're on a route that you know about, that you are closely monitored by the medical professionals that are aware of this injury that's happened, and they're closely monitoring, lots and lots of appointments with physiotherapists and
But I guess regardless of everything that's going on and what you do know, what you actually do know, was there a part of you that was, because it's not tangible, because you can't see, it's not manifested itself really at this age, was there still a part of you that thought, you know, a miracle might happen here?
Yes, I still think it now.
Really?
Yeah. You know, you tell yourself every day, you look out for the development signs and different things that he's doing, and you know, is that a good thing, is that a bad thing, you know? And I've had 2 children, we've had 2 children before, and we know how kids progress, so you do.
So how do you bring yourself back, and I'm not being crude or rude about this, but how do you bring yourself back to the real world? As a father myself, I think, you know, just to imagine the best and to think positive and to think a miracle might happen. Of course, you're going to do that, it's natural. But then when you're forced to return back to the reality of the situation, that, I can imagine, is horrific.
Yeah, it's really tough, and to be honest with you, you're almost better off not knowing there's something wrong in the brain. For that first year, we could have not known that and felt a lot better. It would have made no difference to the way in which Wes was treated. It would have made no difference at all to the way in which he led his life in the first 12 months. And you get offered by doctors more and more tests. So they say, do you want another MRI scan? Do you want to assess how bad the damage is at this moment in time? And it's just a probabilities game. It's taking it from, 70-30, is he going to walk? Isn't he going to walk? To 80-20 or such like. So you kind of get to a stage where you want to know less about how bad it is and more about what we can do about it going forwards.
Just describe little Wesley for us. I've not met him yet, but he's out there in our booth, and I want to come out with you and meet him. Is that Grandad or Grandma? I can't tell from the back. Oh, Grandad! Do beg your pardon. It's your long hair, but you're a lady. From the back there. Looking after Wesley. What would you describe Wesley for us?
He's a personality. He's very, very determined. He's a very chatty little boy, and everybody who's met him, he's starting to get very frustrated when he's just really, he wants to be up and doing and out and running, and you can see that. I mean, he even yesterday I was just telling Tim, he managed to roll himself almost out of the door because he wanted to be outside with his sister. But he's very determined, and everybody that's met him sort of thinks that determination is going to lead him in good stead. So. But yeah, he's a handful.
He's a handful. Listen, America beckons. How much is it going to cost to get Wesley to America for treatment?
The operation we're looking at selective dorsal rhizotomy, or SDR to you and me, is about £45,000 to get out to St. Louis, which is the kind of a global centre of excellence, is where they do it best of all, and to put him through the operation. It's a couple of procedures. He'll be under for 5 hours first of all, then he has a second procedure for a couple of hours, and then 3 or 4 weeks follow-up physiotherapy in St. Louis. However, to get the best out of that operation, to really kind of get the best return for Wales from it, he needs 3 or 4 years of follow-up intensive physiotherapy.
In St. Louis?
No, that would be in the UK. So I'm back to the UK and just get him on a track of physiotherapy. And we've seen this happen with other children. It makes a difference.
Does it? I was not sure about that.
It does. It makes a huge difference. We've had the pleasure of meeting some parents who've been on this journey, and they've had children who, in the UK, surgeons have said your child will never walk. It's wheelchairs beckon, and their kids are up, they're walking, they're attending primary school, they're playing with other kids, they're taking part in sports. So it's absolutely amazing stuff that you can appreciate. It's all consuming at the moment for us.
Brilliant. All right, how are we getting there?
Well, that's an appeal. So we've been working very, very hard with friends, family, local businesses, community associations, and it's online at www.wesleyswish.org. So if you go on that website, you can read a bit more about Wes, but equally, if you want to get involved, you can volunteer, you can make a small donation. Every single pound donated makes a huge difference. We're up to just shy of £12,000 so far, so £45,000 to get him out to the States next year is what we're...
Is there a time on it? Is there a certain time that you have to do this treatment or what?
Well, I mean, they do the operation in the UK, but they won't operate on before he's 3. In the States, they will consider from 2.
What do you think as a parent?
Well, as a parent, I think ideally we need him to be old enough to understand the needs from physiotherapy therapy. So what's asked of him, he's got to be able to understand what he's going to do. So we're hoping that between 3ish, 4ish, before school, before he starts school, I think would be for this.
There's a medical reason for that as well. As children get older with this kind of condition, their muscle damage becomes slightly more pronounced. They suffer from all kinds of horrible pains, and things that you wouldn't want to inflict on any child. So getting in there early is the best bet for Wes.
Okay, wesleyswish.org. Was it .uk?
Just wesleyswish.org.
Wesleyswish.org if you want to help Tim and Catherine Knight from Guiseley with their little boy Wesley, and what a great name. I like it. I do like it, yeah, it's good. Wesley, and give on to Isabel and Emily as well. Great to meet you. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, Wes.
Thank you.
See you later.